We are doing a twist on minute week. Okie dokie. Legs, we're going to do 1 minute. So I got my timer. But then we're going to follow it up with 30 seconds of a power move. All right. Ready? We're going to start off. The only equipment we need right now is going to be the wall sits. Then we're going to need dumbbells and steps. We will be doing just low steps. We're not going to be doing any high risers. So if you have like a step stool, coffee table, that will be sufficient. All right, let's go ahead and get started. 5-second countdown to the wall. Let's go. So nice and low, knees over the ankles, back of the head to the wall, shoulders to the wall, hips to the wall. We have a nice little space between the neck and low back. So make sure you're not pushing your low back in or jutting your chin forward. Okay? Sit with your spine in neutral. Again, ears, shoulders, hips, all in one straight line. You can put your hands here, open up that chest, it'll keep you from cheating. This is, in fact, cheating. So is this. Open up the chest, sit nice and deep. Let's see where we are. 20 seconds left. So right after this sit, we've got squats, power squats, squat jumps. All right, hands on the outside of your feet. Ready, set, go. So this is only 30 seconds. To the wall and sit. All right, so this is going to be a sweaty one. It's a cold day here. I'm wearing a sweatshirt and did not plan on taking it off. Woo. 1 minute and 30 seconds into this. My legs are already burning and I'm hot. What was I thinking? Woo, doggy. 30 seconds. Woo. Almost there. We can do it. Focus on that breath. Whew. I'm slipping. Almost there, I promise. 3, 2, 1. Squat jumps, let's do it. And sit. Last round. That was fast. Our warm-up is almost over. I'm warm. I hope you're warm. Oh, I'm warm and I am burning. Oh my gosh. Whew. A little bit more painful today. I don't know what that's all about. Whew. Oh, I do know. It's the extra weight. That's what it is. Extra weight from the holiday. Whew. Extra servings of pie. Oh my gosh. Oh, get right into it. No time to complain. sumo squats are next. You could use a dumbbell, a kettlebell. I'm going to use a sand bell right there, 25 pounds. Hold it here, hold it here, hold it wherever you want to hold it. Just make sure you got those knees externally rotated out. Drop those hips low. Okay. Start workout in 5 seconds. 1 minute. Knees out, butt out, chest up. I'm sure you can guess what's going to go with this, right? Sumo jumps. Stay on those heels. So make sure you're not putting your weight down in front, but putting it back behind those heels. Do you see how my hips are going back rather than my torso going forward? Hips go back. Knees go out. Baby toe down. All right, let's do those jumps. Same thing. All right, back to the weight. Ready, set, and go. Reach those hips back. Dumbbell, kettlebell. Reach between those heels. So when we do the jumps, same thing. My fingertips are reaching between my heels, not between my toes, and not in front of my toes, all right? Really reach everything back. Hips, hands, whew, body weight. Chest up high, knees out wide, baby toes, grounded. Almost there. So we're going to get started. That is in front. We're actually between my toes. So I am forced to reach behind my weight, right between my heels, exactly. Oh! Oh! Right back to that weight. Almost there. Okay, reach between those heels. Halfway there. Okay, this is our last round. Almost there. Okay, last round of jumps. Water. Moving on to side lunges. I've got light dumbbells, 10 pounds. We're going to stand with our heels together, and we're going to make a letter V for side lunges. Okay? My back knee stays straight, my knees are out, chest is up. So if I put them on my shoulders, it's much harder because this has to stay super tight. Here it's a little bit easier. You know, the closer your dumbbell is to the floor, the easier it is. Further away from the fulcrum, the harder it gets. All right, so just remember, if you want to put them here, that's great. Otherwise, if this is too challenging, bring it to your hips. All right, let's start it. 5-second countdown. Right leg first. Side to side. I don't do these very fast. So if you can go faster than me, go for it. Whew. The colder it is, the slower I seem to move. Oh my gosh. Surely we're almost there. Whew. Okay, lateral leap. Get going. Balance. Only let one foot touch the ground. Don't put your toe down behind you. Use your butt to push and to catch you. It pushes me off the ground and catches me when I land. It's all about those glutes. Back to the dumbbells. About halfway. balance. Push hard. Controlled landing. Last one. Oh, my legs are feeling it. And we're not even halfway done. About 10 seconds. This should be it. Lateral leap. Last round. Big push. Controlled landing. Unlike that. Stop talking. Water. I'm going to use the same dumbbells for alternating reverse lunge. Okay, so remember, for the lunge, we do not hinge. So when I say get your belly off your thigh, I'm referring to the fact that this is not a lunge, all right? Reverse lunge, 90-degree angle with both knees, all right? Not here, but straight down, together, straight down, together. Keep that chest up. You're fine. You're going to be fine, I promise you. Down, together, down, together, down, together. So, keep the hips open. If I add a hinge, you see how I'm grabbing on with that front hip flexor? This is grabbing on my hip flexor. No. Keep those hip flexors open. Grab on with your glutes. So that right butt cheek in front. That left butt cheek in front. Keep your baby toes down. Don't roll through the big toe. Keep that knee open. Baby toe down. Chest up. Eyes up. Keep those eyes up. Woo! Should be almost there. Okay. Starter lunges. Back knee is straight. Oh, thank goodness, saved by the bell. Reverse lunges. Chest up. Don't let your belly touch the thigh. In other words, do not hinge forward. Baby toe down. Knees open. As I come up, pushing that knee up. As I go down, pushing that knee down. Up. You know what I meant. Whew. Dig with those heels in front. Woo. Push with the glutes. The glutes. Baby toe down. Oh my gosh. Where's that bell? Woo! There it is. Okay. So now, all the way down to the ground. We're going to use this in the next round. So make sure you've got both hands down. That's going to become a plank. Oh boy. Last round, thank goodness. Woo! Gotta be getting close. There it is. Okay, so plank. Right leg forward. Hop. Switch. 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 Ooh. Water. Grab your bench. 2 or 3 risers on each side. Ooh, right there. Make sure you have lots of room. We're doing side squats. So, I'm going to back myself up just a bit. Right. Okay, dumbbells. Still using those 10-pound dumbbells. Side squats look like, see my feet right here? There. There. Look at my knees. See how my knees shoot outward? I want yours to do the same. All right, dumbbells. They go on top of your shoulders or on your hips, like I said. Makes it a little bit easier on the hips, but totally entirely up to you. 5-second countdown. We are officially halfway through our workout. Okay, so side to side. Now notice my feet don't go scooch, scooch, scooch. There is no dance at the top. Once my foot hits a step, it's done moving. Bring them both to the center. So you're not favoring the right side or the left. Bring them center. Actually, slightly off center. Right? Those knees are up. Woo! Almost done. Chest up. Get your butt low. From the side. Yeah. All the way down. Both heels grounded. Baby toes down. Yada, 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 right? This should be it. There. So, dumbbells, probably in front. Feet, same thing. Power. Down, up. Get low. Get low. And back to your dumbbells. Up on top. Whew. So if you get there before me, you don't need to wait for me. We're about halfway. Almost there. All right. Start your jumps. Woo! Halfway. Last round. Oh. Ten more seconds. Ish. Whew. Two more. Whew. Close. Start those jumps. Halfway. Water. We are so close to finishing up. 10-pound dumbbells, that's all I've got still. We are going to lunge onto the step. Again, chest up, shoulders down and back. Heel. My heel is on top. I'm pushing off my heel. So if your whole foot, you know how I always yell at you about getting that whole foot on top? If your whole foot is not on top, how are you going to push off with your heel to your glutes? If your heel is hanging off, you're pushing off with your toes, the arch of your foot, you're taking a load on your knee, and making really strong, tight hip flexors and quadriceps. We want to do the opposite of that, okay? So, I do know, for the most part, y'all are stronger than me when it comes to pushing off your toes and your knees. So I might go a little bit faster, because we know I got big booty. If you need to slow down, slow down. All right? It's more important that you use your heels and glutes, baby toe down, than it is to stay pace with me. Enough said. Lunges onto the board. Chest up, shoulders down and back. My heel goes on top. I go down, push back. Heel on top, down, back. I'm stopping my forward momentum and going down. Down, okay? Path of motion, down. Not forward. I'm not even going to show you the wrong way because it is so hard on my knees. Down. That leg in front, that big old glute is taking the load. Make the hamstrings, woo, and glutes do the work. Baby toe on that step. Okay, easy. but daring nonetheless. 2 feet, squat, exit. 2 feet, squat, exit. How low can you go? All right, lunges onto that step. Down, push back, down. That knee better not go over, much less beyond your toes in front. Try to keep that chin perpendicular to the floor, just like your rib cage, torso. Woo! Hamstrings, yes? Jump, squat, exit. My legs are wobbly. Jump, squat. Try to be quiet when you jump. Quiet when you land. Quiet when you exit. Last one. Woo! Woo. Jumps and water. Water. Okay, it is time for floor work. I've got a tennis ball. Go grab a tennis ball. You don't have one right now? Put me on pause. A lacrosse ball will work as well, or a child's toy that doesn't have any sharp edges, about that size, nice and light, will also work. We're going to use this. We're going to hold on to it with our leg. All right? Super simple. On our backs, what we're going to do is I'm going to work my right leg first, so I'm going to hold on to it with my left. All right? So I want you to do the same. Right leg is doing the work. Remember that. It's going to get confusing. Right leg does the work. So hold it with your left, and we're going to go up and down. That's it. Up and down. Don't drop the toy. Just 30 seconds, not a minute, in case you're starting to panic. Okay, Still working that right leg. So now the ball goes behind my right knee. Elbows down. Full range of motion does not mean up here. Squeeze the glutes. Work through those glutes. Abs are tight. Still working that right cheek, right? We didn't switch. We switched the ball, but not the working leg. On our hands, left hand on the waist. Still working that right cheek. I can't look at you and lift my leg at the same time. There we go. So, if you can look, my knee is nowhere near my shoulder. Get that knee away. Find your butt cheek and squeeze it tight. Don't worry about how high it is today. Worry about how tight your butt is. Then, as time goes on, it'll get higher. Now we're working on the left cheek. So I'm going to hold the ball with my right leg. There we go. Almost there. Okay, so still working that left cheek. All right, the ball goes behind the left knee, elbows down, abs tight. Almost there. All right, so on our hands, I'm going to put my right hand on my waist. Left cheek is still working. And that's round one. On your back. All right, so remember, we're working the right cheek. The ball goes in the left hip. Still working the right leg. Ball goes, right knee. Elbows down. Oh my butt, oh my butt. Okay, still working right. Left hand on the waist. Go. Now we can go to the left cheek. That ball goes in the right hip. Hold it. Halfway there. Oh, my butt. All right, still working that left cheek. So the ball goes behind the left knee, elbows down. We've got 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds of transition, yet I still seem to be pretty consistent with about 20 repetitions. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Keep my mind off how much my butt hurts. I just count. And we're close. All right, on our hands and knees. So we are exactly, what, 2 minutes away? No, I lied. I lied. Boy, 3.5 minutes left. So right hand on the waist, left cheek doing the work. Remember, get your knee away from your shoulder. Okay, one more round. Left leg, hold on to the ball. And go. Almost there. Exactly 20 reps. So, right knee, elbows down, and go. I swear, I feel this more than when I use weights. I think that I'm focusing on not dropping the ball because it's so round. It's harder to hold on to, so I'm more controlled, possibly. Or maybe it's just been a while since I've done it. Oh, and again, 20 repetitions is a lot. Whew. Okay, to the side, left hand on the waist, abs tight. Good, make sure you're not dipping with that left shoulder. Abs tight, I know you're getting tired. I'm tired of hearing me say abs tight. Squeeze your butt. However, that's what it's all about. Abs tight, squeeze your butt. Can't go wrong. Whew. We can do biceps and I'll say abs tight, squeeze your butt. So working on left leg, the ball goes right hip. Almost there. All right. So, 1 minute left. Elbows. And then we get to stretch. Almost there. 5 seconds. Whew. All right. We have one more hydrant and then water. Right hand on the waist. Working that left cheek. Water. Oof. Ugh. Time to stretch. On the floor, go grab a yoga mat. If you haven't already done so, you can put me on pause and go grab one. So we're just going to start right here, sitting on top of our feet. Now, I did a lot of running on the treadmill this week and last week, going uphill, so my shins are a little sore. If you've been doing the same, this is a great stretch for the treadmill. Make sure your toes are pointed. You don't have them lifted, but pointed. Funny thing is, men have a really hard time with this ankle stretch. So it's an ankle stretch as well as shin. So if you're having a hard time and you have to keep adjusting yourself, go ahead. You can pick your feet up, pick your butt up, and then put your feet back down, put your butt back down. But I do want you to try to sit here as long as you can, stretching out, lengthening that ankle, sitting nice and tall, stretching the shins. So I have deduced that men can't do this because they've never worn heels. You know, women, I don't wear them anymore, or when I do, it's not very often, not very long anyhow. My heel is up like that, so think about that. Guys never have their heels up. They're always walking flat foot. So they have really, really tight ankles from always being in that same position. They've never had to do this with their toes before. All right, so on your hands and knees. Spread your fingers wide, ground your palms so that your shoulders are directly over your hands, all right? Don't get those hands in front of you, directly over. From here, open up your knees, hip width apart, abs tight, chin to your chest. Open your back, draw your belly button in. Suck that belly button in, chin to your chest. And neutral. So we have a straight line from our ears, shoulders, hips. Make sure you're not sagging in the shoulders. Push that ground away. Now, I'm going to look up to the sky. Watch my head. Up. I did not have to collapse in order to lift my head. So I'm still pushing the ground away with my hands, lifting my ribcage high. The only thing I did was, boop, lift my head. Now I'm going to do the same with my tailbone. Tailbone up to the sky. So I'm using all of my muscles along my spine to extend the spine. Now chin to chest, and return the tip of your tailbone to the wall behind you. Tuck it under. Cat stretch. Draw the belly button in. Pass through neutral, and now point everything up. Even though I'm looking up, this is not a relaxed position. Keep pushing that ground away. Keep your arms active. Your spine is active. And reverse. Draw the belly button in. Chin to the chest. And up. And neutral. From here, toes. Tuck them under and push the ground away. Downward facing dog. Strong upper body. Press your rib cage through your arms. Push, push, push. Shoulder blades towards the spine. Tail lights up to the sky. And now plank. Rotate the inside of your elbows forward. We're in a plank position. Point the toes so you're on the tops of your feet. Upward facing dog. Stretch your abdomen. Extend the spine. Hips back. Child's pose. And rest. Stretch your arms out forward. Reach to the right as far as you can. Stretching one side of your torso. Lengthening your lats, the muscles all down the side of your back. Whew. Switch sides. Walk, 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 walk. Oh. This is my favorite stretch nowadays. I feel like my lats are always tight. It feels so good. And center. So, hands all the way to the front of your mat. Spread your fingers, ground your palms, come on up to your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under. Push back, downward facing dog. Push, push, push. Now we're going to walk the heels out right and left. Right and left. Right and left. Keep your arms active. Keep pushing that ground away. Strong upper body. Press your rib cage through the arms. Push, push, push. Now hold both heels downward as you lift your taillights upward. Feel that calf and hamstring stretch. Keep pushing, pushing, pushing. And plank. All right, in our plank, we're going to do scapular push-ups. Watch my rib cage. Down, up. 2, 3. So my butt does not move. Squeeze that butt tight. It does not move. Just the rib cage. Think of push-ups. It's push-up. It's a push-up. Push-up and hold. Hold it in the up position. Point your toes, upward facing dog. Now push that ground away. Push the ground away. So I'm not sinking. I'm not sagging. Push the ground away. Try and get your thighs off the floor. Knees down. Push back. Child's pose. This time, walk your hands forward. So watch my hands. They're going to come all the way to the front of my mat. See how my butt comes up? And hold. Chin down, forehead down. Straighten your elbows. My elbows are straight and long, opening up. My armpits, opening up those lats. Extending through the upper spine. Thoracic region. And back to child's pose and sit. Stretch those arms forward. Ground your palms. Spread your fingers. Come on up to your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under. Downward facing dog. Stretch your hamstrings and calves. Now careful. Are you ready? Right leg up and swing it. Wah! Between your hands. So, if you can't get your foot between your hands in one swift motion, go ahead and put your knees on the floor and then pick up your foot and move it forward. So it's all the way to the front of your mat. Then once you get in position, you can straighten that back knee again. Push into your heel, hands on your thighs. So I'm going to push backwards. I'm going to shoot my body weight backward, locking in with my toes. Okay, so those toes are holding me in place. This heel is pushing me back, holding my rib cage high, hands in prayer. Let's see if we can take it up all the way overhead, locking behind your ears. Back knee is straight, sink nice and deep. Inhale, small back bend, and then hands come down. Straighten both knees as best you can, stretching the hamstrings on that front leg. And come back down into your lunge. Drop that knee down. Now, opposite hand, reaching around. Push your hips downward. So opening up that left hip flexor. Yeah. See how low you can get those hips to the ground. How low can you go? How low can you go? Keep pushing that down. Each time you exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Get that hip bone closer to the floor. And hands down. That back foot, tuck the toes under, swing that front leg back, and downward facing dog. Push. Now let's do the other leg. Up in the air. Swing that leg all the way forward into a lunge to the front of your mat. Again, if you didn't get it there very easily, put your knees down and move that foot forward. Once you get that foot all the way to the front of your mat, straighten that back knee again. Sink deep into that hip. Sink, sink, sink. Back knee is straight. Now, with my front leg, push backwards. Push that body weight, locking into your toes. Hands on your thigh, and pick that rib cage up. So I'm pushing my body weight backwards from my heel, pushing back. My heel, my toe is locked in, hands in prayer. Keep pushing from the heel, lock in with the toe. Arms overhead. Try to get those elbows behind the ears. Inhale, small back bend. Hands down, and push back, stretch. And come down into your lunge. Push back, downward facing dog. All right, in that down dog, push the rib cage through the arms. Plank, rotate the inside of the elbows forward, squeeze that bottom tight. Careful you're not sagging or piking, squeeze it tight. Now point your toes, top of the shoelaces, upward facing dog. Knees down, push back child's pose. Now this time, I want you to turn sideways. So we're gonna get sideways on our mat, slide the knees apart as far as you can. See if you can slide them open a little bit more. Open up just a little bit more. Now with your elbows, take one step closer to me. Good. Now drop those hip bones down towards the floor. See if you can open those knees a little bit more again. Whew. And push the hips. Keep the knees where they are. Push the hips back towards the heels. Yay. Ouch. Oh. And slowly bring those legs together. Now, on your tummy, all the way down on your tummy. Right hand to a clock. So, if my head is 12, take your right hand, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Left foot, bend the knee, so my toes are up in the air, and I'm going to bring it around, rotate to the other side. As I do this, push. See my right shoulder, it's pushing forward, so my right shoulder's on the floor. Don't let that shoulder leave the floor. chest, shoulder stretch. If your legs are shaking too much, you can go ahead and put your leg down. That's all right. I just like using this so that my body weight's pulling me into a bigger stretch. Whew. And switch sides. Left hand, 10 o'clock, bend the right and roll over. Push that left shoulder forward so it's on the ground. And again, I like to use my leg to use body weight back, pulling me into a deeper stretch. And center. And on our elbows. So, go on your elbows. Right here. Right leg up and down. Just the right leg. No big deal. Bend and straight. Bend and straight. Now, as my foot comes forward, head goes down, head goes back. Head goes down. So yes. Yes, I'm going to be good after Thanksgiving. I'm going to stay good until Christmas. Now, head up, toes up. Everything goes down. Okay, and switch sides. So as my head goes up, my toe goes forward. Head up, toe forward. Did I say that right? Everything goes forward, everything goes back. Now hold the head up and the toes up. Everything goes down, everything goes up. All right, push back, child's pose. What we're doing is called flossing. And we're doing the nerve that crosses the front. Come on up. I like to think of it as, you know, like when you are using your hose and you get a kink in it and you have to shake it out. It's the same thing we're doing. Think of having a kink in your nerve, and that's what gives us that sciatic pain. So now we're going to do our sciatic nerve. Come on up to your hands and knees. I lied. Come on up to your knees. Take a giant step forward. Right leg. And what we're going to do is shift our hips back until you feel that hamstring stretch. So it's just, it could be as simple as bink, and you may feel it right there. It all depends on how tight or how loose you are. So we're pushing back and then taking that toe up and down, up and down. And you may feel it like right here. I could feel it in my calf. That is still my sciatic nerve because it's attached to the bottom of my heel. It starts in my skull, from the brain, through the spine, comes out of a teeny little hole down here. That's usually why you feel that pinch. Okay, so now I don't feel it in my calves anymore. And let's switch sides. Hamstring stretch. Again, if you need to hold on to a table, that's fine. The floor, that's fine. If you can balance with me, that's fine too. Point and flex. Again, just think of like when you're vacuuming and the cord gets caught around the corner, same thing, shake it out. So we're shaking it out, making sure that nerve is not caught on a heel spur. Our grooves are a little smooth, a little shallow. They're not quite what they used to be. Sometimes little holes that they come out of are blocked. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's take it on our backs this time. On our back, knees to the chest. Circle those knees to the right. Loosening up that low back. Switch that circle and reverse to the other direction. Hold it centered. Put your left foot on the floor. Now I'm going to hold on to my right thigh. Gently kick my butt. Same thing. Like with that sciatic nerve, we're still shaking it out. Shake, 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 shake. And now take your right foot up to the sky, point and flex. Hold the toes pointed and stretch that hamstring. Left leg, slide it out onto the floor, flat. A 90-degree angle at the hip is a great goal. That is a perfect goal, 90 degree. Anything beyond is just bonus points. And bend the knees, switch sides. So, hold on to your left leg, kick your butt. Kick, kick, kick. Extend the leg up to the sky and point and flex. Now hold the toes pointed, slide the leg down. And bend that knee. Both legs together one last time. Rock and roll in a tight little ball. Come up to a seated position. Crisscross applesauce. Now, hold onto your shins, pull your rib cage up tall, sitting up tall. We're going to turn to the right. Hands on the thighs, rotate. Take a deep breath up. As you exhale, rotate more. See if you turn all the way to that wall behind you. And center. Inhale. Exhale, rotate the other direction. One more time. Big inhale. And exhale again, rotate to the wall behind you. And center. Circle, shoulders backwards. 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath up. Exhale out. Big social distance hug. And I will see you tomorrow.